So welcome everyone. Welcome to the Magnetic Sales Formula webinar. I'm so excited to have you here. Let's get some energy in the room, right? So excited that you're here. I always believe people are on a webinar for a reason because it had a very, very great impact in my life, right? So I'm going to start sharing my screen. We're going to get rocking and rolling over here. Let me just click on that. Make sure you get a pen and paper. You might need it. You might need to take some notes. Okay, let's go. So the magnetic sales formula, I don't think if you've heard of this before, right? Let me know in the comments there quickly. Put a 2 in the comments if you already have an online business. You already have an online business or you do have a business or a service, right? So you're already in business. A 2 in the comments if you have, okay? Now put a 3 in the comments if you don't. You don't have an online business. You are just on here tonight because you just want to check what this is all about. Okay, you don't have an online business, you don't have a business at all, but you're looking into making some extra money online and you have just no idea where to get started. Maybe you've been looking at others making money online, okay, and you're thinking to yourself, that's for them. I'm just not that type of person, right? Does anyone relate with that? Put an R in the comments if you relate. I hear it all the time. People say, I just can't do what you do. I'm here to show you otherwise. Okay, so let's get going. Okay, so the magnetic sales method is all about how to make sales. There are so many people that have an amazing product or an amazing service, but they don't get the sales, right? That's something I've been seeing while I've been in my online industry, and I'm going to share with you a little bit about me so that you know me. If you don't, my name is Lizelle. I am just a normal mom. I always say I'm normal because people think to make millions, you need to have a certain degree, you need to have a certain background. I did not grow up very rich. I didn't grow up poor, but I came out of a decent household. Okay, we could get the stuff. But what happened was very early in after school, I got married, I got divorced, and I was left with my 2 children having to look after them. And when I was looking after them, I was like, okay, so I'm probably going to have to work now hard for the rest of my life because my life turned out completely different than what I expected. What I wanted to be was get married, have kids, and live happily ever after. Can I get a yes in the comments if anyone's feeling the same? That is what you wanted. Get married, have kids, live happily ever after, or have that dream job or whatever. And it didn't turn out that way, right? So in my mind, I was like, okay, I'm probably gonna have to work for the rest of my life. So I worked and I worked hard, but guess what? It never made me rich. This photo that you're seeing on the screen right here was just after COVID. COVID happened. I was working for a corporate company. I was helping business owners establish their businesses from the ground up. So I have some experience in helping people. This is why I'm so passionate about what I do, because I've seen people go from zero to having a successful business, right? So this was after COVID. When COVID happened, I left my full-time corporate job because the salary was just poor. Okay, sales weren't happening, and I also realized, yeah, I was working every day while everyone was off during COVID. I had to sit in front of a laptop, work the entire time while my kids were in the next room, and I couldn't even spend time with them. I don't know, put work in the comments if there's anyone that had to work through COVID, because I'm feeling very sorry for myself that I was one of those that had to work. Okay, so I had to work, and I thought, you know what? This is it. This is not the life I pictured. If something happens to me or my kids, I'm not going to say, oh, I wish I worked more. I want to spend more time with my children. I want to focus on family. So I left my job and I started not an online business, sorry. I went online and I did some beauty courses. I've always had a side hustle. I don't know if you've always had a side hustle. I've always had a side hustle because I was always working secretly on this dream that I had of being a stay-at-home mom. But in my mind, I could never afford it. So at COVID, I thought I'll take the chance. And I started with a beauty salon business. I worked 3 years in a beauty salon business. But as you can see, I don't know if you can see, my eyes are very, very tired there. Because here's the thing. When you're your own boss and you work for yourself, right? If there's no work, there's no pay. Okay. Sorry for that. That's not my dog, guys. Sorry. That's just shows you I work from home, eh? The flexibility it gives me. Okay, so what I did was I was like, I have to work more to earn more money. And I just couldn't keep up. And at the end of 2023, while I was tired, the crazy hours I was working, I was trying everything at that stage. I was looking for online jobs to get some extra income. Who on here has been looking for extra jobs? Maybe that's why you have your online business. Maybe that's why you have your business. Let me know the reason in the comments there. Why do you have your business? Do you want to have more time for yourself? Do you want to be in charge of your own time? Do you want your own flexibility? You want to make your own money? You don't want a boss? Currently have two jobs. You need pension, own my own time, right? Own my time. I love that, Tandeka. I absolutely love that, right? So I also tried everything. And at the end of 2023, I just had it. I couldn't pay my children's school fees. I could barely keep up with my monthly expenses. And I was already working hard. How bad is that? And fortunately, I realized that there's a way that you can make money online with a done for you system. So I started with a done for you system, right? I started following this 2 hours a day. I made my first South African million in 6 months. That's about $56,000. I made $100,000 in 7 months online, working 2 hours a day. We were lucky enough, blessed enough to buy our dream house. It's the run right here. I'm showing you this to show you how my life has changed. We lived in a house I didn't want to live in. We lived in a neighborhood I didn't want to live in. My kids couldn't go for a walk because I was too worried that something bad was going to happen to them. I just wanted to live in a place where my kids could drive their bicycles and I don't have to worry all the time. I wanted that freedom. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, not stand like this in front of my husband and ask him for money all the time. I wanted to make my own money. I wanted the financial freedom with the freedom of being at home with my children, living in a house that I love, and just spending time with family, right? Anyone on here wants that? Put a yes if that's you. Now, I want to be very clear. I never started my online business to buy a mansion. I never started my online business to drive fancy cars. I never started my online business to prove a point. I started my online business because I was a mom tired of living on the breadline. I was a mom willing to do anything to see a kid succeed and have a good start in life. Because my eldest child at that stage turned 18 years, and this mom didn't have the money to send her off to a varsity. I needed to do something, and I needed to do something very, very quickly. So sitting in front of you, I've made over 3.2 South African million rand, a little bit more. I haven't counted in this month. Just this month, I've made over $20,000. That's what I average now on a monthly basis because of the online world that we live in right now. If you are not making money online yet, let me tell you, you're going to work for someone that does. So if you're in the online space and things are hectic for you right now, and you already have a business, you already have a product, or you already have a service that you offer, and other people are also offering maybe the same thing, and you're like, what am I doing wrong? Because everyone's making sales except me. Is there anyone that feels like that today? Put yes if that is you. Let me see. If you know me, you know I like you talking to me, okay? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Everyone's making sales. Like, what is wrong with me? What am I doing wrong? Well, the truth that no one is going to tell you is you're not failing because you're not good enough. It's not you, my friend. It's not you. It's not that you're not cut out for this business. It's not that there's something wrong with you, that you just cannot do it, or that you were dealt the wrong cards. It's not that. It's just that you have a blind spot that you can't see. You don't know how to show up with confidence. You don't know how to show up with clarity. You don't know how to show up with the clear messaging. I can tell you I've worked with so many people, so many people. And the things that are going wrong, that's preventing them from making the sale, is actually very small. It's a small little tweak that they need to make. We all have to do it, by the way. Some that are flying out in their online business and it seems like it's all going well, might be like, I have people that have sales in the first week. It goes so well, right? I'm talking about brand new people now that it's just start. Then you have people that do extremely well. And then you're like, what's happening here? But then the next month, something goes wrong because you know what happens sometimes? Some people have had a warm market. They come from a networking background, or they come from a background, or they aren't scared to show family and friends. And then they start making sales like that. And it seems like they've got it all well and good. And then the second month, it just stumbles. And then the work really starts because then they need to start from scratch. scratch building an organic following, right? So why I created this was I've built a business online, but I saw other people were stuck. And the thing is, what they were stuck with, I was actually stuck with in the first 4 weeks of my online business. Now, you know my story now. When I started my online business, guys, I was deep in the red. I had to work to keep my salon doors open. I was about to have my kids taken out of school because I couldn't afford it. So let me ask you this. Do you think I wanted to show up online and start an online business and show my face on social media? Yes, no? Do you think I wanted to show up? Definitely not. I didn't want to show up. In fact, I had my own friends and family tell me that what I was busy with was a scam. It was too good to be true. Because you see, I started following a proven system that people were making millions with. And everyone was telling me, no, it's too good to be true. Yeah, I was thinking, who's going to listen to me? Who's going to want to buy from me? There are so many people earning so much money. Who would want to buy from me? And secretly, that is what most people are asking themselves. Who would buy from me? Have you been asking yourself that? I'm just curious. Have you been asking yourself that? Who would buy from me? Because you're too focused on what other people are doing, right? Yeah, too focused on what other people are doing. Not focused on your own journey, not clear on your own purpose, right? So I saw other people being stuck. And actually, I have to give my coaching community that I started last year, I have to actually give them the credit because it's of me wanting to help them that I decided, you know what, let me make it accessible for everyone because the things that I did in my first 4 weeks of my business, now 4 weeks might not seem long to you, but let me tell you, if you do not have money and you have to choose between shampoo and bread, okay, 4 weeks is a freaking long time to wait for a sale. Okay, let me just tell you, it felt like 4 freaking years. So in those 4 weeks, I had to fight every single fiber in my being, every single negative thought that I experienced. I had to overcome certain things. And what I realized was the things that I overcame very early in my online business are things that people are still stuck with. That's why I'm here. And that's why I created the magnetic sales formula. Because it's not just about sales. I want you to become magnetic for sales. I don't want you to work for it every single day. That content is becoming a problem for you. And you are like, man, what am I doing wrong? And you're constantly in this fight with yourself because it feels like hard work. It shouldn't feel like hard work. Content should not feel like hard work. You should be attracting customers, attracting the sales, okay? So here's the number one reason why people are not making sales. It's not the algorithm. It's not saturation. It's a missing formula. And the thing is, we all have something that we are here to do on earth. I believe it with all my heart. Not every person has got the same path. Can you agree with me on that? Can we just agree on this? Just agree in the comments. All of us have a different path. Your path might not be that one getting in the online business, getting massive sales, getting it, boom, boom, boom. The reason you might not have gotten sales or success so quickly, or maybe you've had some success and all of a sudden you're stuck, the reason for that is that you are meant for more, right? You are meant for a certain type of person. And I'm gonna get into that. I'll make it a little bit more clearer for you, okay? But I can tell you one thing. If the product that you are selling is fantastic and it's working for other people and it's not working for you, is it the product or is it the message? What's the problem? Let me know in the comments. What's the problem? Is it the product, the service, or is it the message? It's the message. That's the only thing it is. Have you ever noticed that someone can talk to you, they can say one thing, but their body language says something completely different? Have you ever noticed that? So you might be saying all the right things, but your body language is screaming something else. And unfortunately, that is not something that you can hide, but it's something you can get skilled at and that I can teach you. Okay, so let's move on. So what you're going to learn tonight is we're going to learn the real reason your content isn't converting. The 4-step magnetic sales formula. You're going to tell me, Liddell, really? Is that so simple? The 4-step magnetic sales formula? That's only the framework that I'm talking about. But you'll hear the community in here that's in the magnetic sales formula. We go very deep. Okay, we go very deep in it. How to sell without sounding salesy and how to get started now, even if you're scared. Okay, so why most people don't make sales online, these are just some of the reasons, is that they are trying to be perfect. Okay, I see it with a lot of beginners. They just try and do everything perfect. They take like an hour to make their content. They take like, they keep on redoing it. And at the end, they just give up and just post like maybe one, or they're posting without a message. Let's see who's honest on here. Have you been posting just to post? Put a yes in the comments. Have you been posting just to post and just say, yes, okay, I've done it. I've done my 3 posts for the day. Post, click, click, click. Have you been posting? Joanna says no. Great, Joanna. Okay. Anyone been posting not to post? In the beginning, I was. Okay. Yeah, but you're already in, so you've been getting the training, eh? No, my posts are meaningful and well thought out. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Fantastic. So some of you have been posting, okay, with the right intention. Okay. But here's the thing. You can also be posting a lot of inspirational stuff, right? Which doesn't have, if the sale's not happening, there's something off. Okay. Selling the thing instead of the transformation. Now, I'm sure you know that. You have to sell the transformation and waiting to feel ready. But that's more the beginners. Beginners are they want to feel ready before they post anything, right? This sounds familiar. That's why I created the magnetic sales formula. This is a 4-step system to help you get confident, get clear, and get results. Okay. So here's a quick breakdown of it. It's confidence that converts, clear messaging, content that attracts buyers, and consistent action. Now, it sounds very simple, but we go deep into it. Confidence that converts. You don't need more skills, okay? You need belief. Let me tell you, and I've told this story so many times before, but my husband and I, we went to a store to buy a TV, okay? I went with the money in my hand to buy the TV. We were on our way to the store, got to the store, and we wanted to buy the TV, and we asked the lady there, tell us which one is best to buy. I mean, I've got the money in my pocket. I'm ready to spend my cash on her, right? And she's like, well, all of them are great. And I'm like, okay, but which one would you say? No, all of them. And I would show one for her, and she's, yes, that one. And I will show another one, yes, that one. I could immediately feel that she didn't believe in what she was selling me. I could immediately feel that she wasn't confident in what she was going to offer me, that she just wanted to sell. Have you ever felt like that before? Yes? Have you ever felt like that before? Because I'm telling you now, what happened that day, what happened? And my husband and I, we walked out of that store. Now, I want you to get this very, very clearly. We went with the intention to buy. And I can promise you, there are people coming on social media with the intention to buy because they are looking for a solution. Why are they not buying from you? Energy in your content is so important. It comes to body language. It comes to what you believe. Do you believe in what you sell, right? Now, many beginners would say, but how can I believe in what I sell if it hasn't been working for me yet? Then your focus is wrong. It's just the mindset that is wrong. Okay. And that is what we work inside the magnetic sales formula, is to help you get out of your own way, because you get in your own way. It's not that there's something wrong with you. It's not that there's something wrong with the product. It's just you haven't acquired that skill of how to effectively give your message, right? Confidence is not a personality trait. It's a skill that you can learn. And I'm not talking about being confident or faking until you're making it. I'm talking about body language that talks to your customer without you saying something. You can say one thing, but your body language can say something else. And how you show up on a daily basis, right? How to start even before you feel ready. Some people are waiting for their first sale before they say, yes, great, that works for me. I know what I'm talking about because I was like that. I wanted to see the sale before I would show up confident and can say it works. This is why I know what I'm talking about. These are the things that I had to overcome before I started seeing results. Energy sells. The doubt repels. Think about it. Are you going to buy from anyone that doubts, that you can see has a doubt in? Because here's what they come. When a buyer, I teach you buyer psychology inside here, right? Buyer psychology is when a buyer comes to your content, they want to buy from you. They won't be on your content, especially not multiple times, if they weren't interested. What they are asking themselves is a number of things. What they ask themselves is, can I trust this person? They ask themselves, am I safe with this person, with my decision, right? Can I rely on this person? That's what the buyer asks themselves, that in their subconscious. They don't even know they're asking it. But that's what they're asking when they're looking at you or on your content, right? And if you have any doubt, they're going to pick it up. And we go into detail. That's why consistency is key, right? So we work on self-trust, we work on authority, and we work on courage. Let me ask you this. Do you trust yourself? If it's up to you if this will work, if your business will work, if it's up to you, do you trust yourself? I'm just curious. Absolutely. Okay. So we learn self-trust, authority, and courage. That's how sales start to come in. Step 2, clear messaging, right? If people don't know what you do and how you help them, they won't buy. Now, you can tell them all the nice things about what it is that you sell and the features, but if they don't know how you can solve their problem, they're not going to buy from you. Mistake that a lot of people make is they talk to a lot of people. In the clear messaging, you focus on one person, not on busy moms, professionals, pensioners, people that want to see, people that want to have time freedom or be debt free. One person. You focus on one person, one message, one promise, right? One person. Who are you talking to? I know you've got a lot of stories to tell, but who are you talking to specifically? Can you see that person in front of you? Can you put a name on it? Do you know exactly where that person lives, what they do, what their life looks like? What is it, the problem that you are solving for them? What's the promise that you can give them when they purchase from you? And I'm wondering what you're thinking right now. Can you promise them that they will have the result that you are saying? Right? Confused people don't buy. But if you have clear messaging, that equals sales, right? Content that attracts buyers, it's not just any content. It is strategic content, okay? If you do your content and you are just going with what's trending and you are just posting just to post a post, right? Now, I know a lot of you say your posts are meaningful and you know what you post, but let me ask you this. Are you dividing it into a mixture of educational, inspirational, authority-driven content? Are you strategically placing the content? Are you strategically reusing content that works? Are you doing that? Because if you know how to do that, and you know how to strategically communicate to your audience, that it can even be a trending sound or a trending viral hook or whatever it is. If you know how to do that, you are going to take your buyer through the journey of the know, like, and trust. You cannot just depend on your automation to do that. I'm promising you, you cannot just depend on your emails to build the know, like, and trust. If that was the case, you would be making sales without a lot of effort. And you're not here because you're making sales without a lot of effort. You are putting in a lot of effort, but you're not making the sales. Am I right? That's why you're here. So if you've been doing it right, and if you've been doing it the right way, and you've been placing your content strategically, you would have seen the results. But maybe you've just relied on your automation. And that's a big mistake I did in the very, very beginning, was relying on just the system to do the work for me. Didn't realize that there was actually a part that I had to play in the know, like, and trust journey, right? Your story is what sells. We all know that. We all hear that, right? Your story sells. But a lot of people don't even know how to tell their story because they think they have to tell like a whole paragraph. Your story is seamlessly integrated in all your content. Even the funny content, even the inspirational content in all your content, because you want that connection, because the connection equals the cash flow. If you can't connect with someone, and I want to tell you something on this. There's a lady, I was on a call just before I jumped on this one. And she said that, she had breast cancer. And she was living with breast cancer on her own, and then she obviously started going for treatments. And then all of a sudden, she started meeting a lot of people with the same problem, that either had breast cancer, was just diagnosed with breast cancer, or it was healed from breast cancer, right? And all of a sudden, because she shared a story of breast cancer, people started to connect with her. She's built this entire community of women who has had breast cancer. Can you see the power of sharing your story? It doesn't help you try to be like someone else on social media that seems like they're getting a lot of comments, they're getting a lot of likes, they're doing well, they're making a lot of money, and you're trying to be like that person, but that is not your crowd. It's not your community, right? When I say community, think about the cancer community. It's huge. A lot of people have cancer, right? But this woman had her sphere of influence. You have your sphere of influence. And if you can't discover that, you're going to forever try and be like someone else. And yes, you might see success doing a little viral video there, little viral thing there, hopping onto viral trends. You might see some success, but it's not going to bring you consistent daily income if you don't get down to who you really are and what you are online for. You're not going to get that consistent income. Here's what happens when you finally, don't worry about watching, because I said in my magnetic sales formula, guys, we're doing a 6-week live program. And I even said to them, don't look at other people's content. Just for 6 weeks. Don't look at it. Because I know what it does to the mind. I know what it does. I can't work with you if you keep on looking at other people's content. That's being uncoachable, number one. And number two, you can't change. You can't do the work if you keep on looking at what other people are doing. I'm not saying don't learn from others. But if you are hanging on to what they do and then you just replicate the whole time and you're feeling guilty because you're feeling bad about yourself because here people are making sales and you're not, and what's going wrong, what's wrong with me, blah, blah, blah. You keep on going into that hole of not being good enough. That is not a good place to be, right? Anyone been there? Not feeling good enough, right? I think it's time for a change. I think it's time for a change, right? You don't need to go viral. You just need to be visible, but for a purpose, on purpose. I promise you, the moment you decide, it's not actually a decision, it's a skill that you learn. The moment you connect with why are you here? What is it that you want to do? It's not really about the money, guys. That's why I'm calling it magnetic sales. Because you become a magnet for sales, you become a magnet for money the moment money is not the issue. Money is not the issue because it's not there. There's money everywhere. Money is the issue because it's not there. Can you see the difference? It's all in your mindset. It's all in your mindset. Now, here's what happens. When you finally break free of comparing yourself to others, finally break free from I just want to do like that and comparing yourself and not feeling good enough, you know what happens? You start enjoying your online business. You start enjoying your content. Because now it's not in competition with someone. It's not to be someone. It's not to get a sell. It's to make an impact. You start enjoying it, and you know what happens then? You become a magnet for sales. And all of a sudden, sales just start popping up. I had a lady, her name is Joanne. She WhatsApped me just the other day. Actually, I'm saying just the other day, but in my language, it could be 3 months ago. She started with me. She was an extreme introvert. She didn't want to show her face online when she started her online business. And I didn't say to her, because you can absolutely do this faceless. But then she became so confident in what she was doing, and that she said, you know, Lizelle, I don't know myself anymore. I've just changed from this introvert into this power woman that I never even knew existed. And she said to me, Lizelle, I haven't even made a sell yet, but I'm feeling I can take on this entire world, and I just want to thank you because I've got so much confidence and blah, blah. It's actually not me. It's just she had a blind spot. That's it. I have blind spots. That's why I have a coach, right? She just had blind spots. And you know what happened? That same day, she just got off that WhatsApp. I just heard the message. And then the following message came through. And then she said she made a sell. She just made a sell. And you know what her words were? And that for me was This is how it should be. She said to me, Lizelle, the sale was just a bonus. Because the way that I've changed, like I'm ready. Bring it on. I'm here to change people's lives and impact. I feel like I've got purpose when I get up in the morning. That sale was now just a bonus. That's where you need to be. That is what makes you magnetic for sales. Not a needy person. A needy person, you don't even have to say it, but your energy shows it. If you are needy, if you need it. Now, I know what it feels like not to have money. Okay? $100 is a lot of money if you don't have it. $50 is a lot of money. Any money is a lot of money when you don't have it. I know what it feels like, but I also know what sets you free. And this is why I don't hold back in this magnetic sales formula. You can ask anyone on here that's in it. We go deep. Okay? Consistent action. Now that's the piece that brings it all together. A lot of people struggle with consistency, believe it or not. Anyone on here that struggles with consistency? Anyone on here? Consistent, posting 3 times a day, showing up, bringing the energy, being creative with your content, being intentional, right? A lot of people struggle with consistency, right? You don't need the 10 hours a day. You don't need hours to create your content. You just need a focused plan that you can actually stick to. That's what you need. So what I'm going to help you with is build your content system that you can run in 1 to 2 hours a day. Even with your kids, your job, or your dairy experience, okay? There is a secret sales weapon. That's the name of the bot that I created, okay? Which is a game changer for your content. Here's what it does. It's built into ChatGPT. And what it does is it already knows how to create your stories. It already knows how to create your content. It already knows the pillars that it needs to talk to. It knows everything. So you don't have to feel, okay, do I do an educational post now? Do I do this? Did I cover all the pillars? Did I speak the right message? You just say, create my content for today, and it already knows. You click, you say onboarding. It's going to ask you a couple of questions so that it knows who's your customer, who are you helping, what do you offer, and it just creates the content for you. Okay? Absolutely amazing. Consistency, guys, builds trust. Okay? And trust builds sales because trust is the currency online. In the online industry, trust is the currency. If you are getting leads, but you're not getting sales, there's a trust issue. There is a trust issue. They don't trust you enough yet. And you need to build that trust. You can't just focus on your automation to do that. And the way you start building trust is by showing up consistently online. If they see you every single day, what happens? They build a familiarity with you. You become familiar. You're like, have you ever walked into a store to buy something? And you can't remember the brand, but you know you've seen this brand. You trust the brand. You don't know why. That day when we bought the TV, that was me. I didn't even know the brand we bought. I don't know. I can't tell you much about it, but I trust the brand because I've seen the brand so many times, right? Because I became familiar with it. So it all happens subconsciously. So let me show you what happens when real people apply this method. This is Janelle. She's got a beautiful long message that she wrote in the community. But I just wanted to take out this little piece because it's long to read. She just had 30 minutes with me and she said, I just cannot explain how powerful that 30 or so minutes of time was. If you're feeling like you have been spinning your wheels for too long, it is time to get clear with your message. Stay tuned for this dead destroyer to take off this year, and thank you so much. She is a great example of someone that was thinking she was doing the right thing every single day. She was showing up, being consistent, doing what she needed to do. But like all of us guys, you have blind spots. And her blind spot was no one knew what she was there for. Because she says she helps people with debt, but she doesn't serve her audience as someone who's going to help you with your debt. She didn't serve her audience that way. You can, if you are helping stay-at-home moms, for instance, are you serving that audience? Is your content speaking, tips, tricks, educational content, inspirational? Everything goes about your audience, right? She wasn't serving her audience the right way. And she's fantastic with the content. We just switched it up a little bit and you must see, it's absolutely amazing what she's doing now. Alta came into our community before the Magnetic Sales Formula even launched. And she was 10 months inside the program, inside an online business, right? And she made a sale. She says, yeah, my first sale after 10 months in the program. I cannot explain all the excitement and gratitude I have. You are the first to know, Lizelle. Thank you for sharing your experience and your knowledge. What I'm trying to say is she came into a surrounding environment of, I call it activation. I believe you're being activated when you're in the magnetic sales formula because there's a different vibe in there. There's a different, I call it anointing. Okay. You don't have to believe in it. I do. Because we didn't even start with the magnetic cells and she already had a cell. And I just said on my live the previous week, that's why I created the magnetic sales force. You're going to hear people that were struggling for years or months and all of a sudden they started getting cells. Michelle got her first cell. And she says here, in the beginning of 2025, I was sleeping on my parents' couch. I don't have a room because we lost everything in 2023, crying myself to sleep and feeling like a burden to people who actually love me. I took the leap of faith and started digital marketing. These past 5 weeks have been hard and I almost gave up. And then she tells about how she woke up at 6 a.m. and she made her sell. How amazing is that? Samantha started just a couple of weeks ago, right? Samantha is actually my lash artist. She's been watching me for a year on TikTok. She was terrified of getting started with this business. And I know how to become magnetic for sales. I never spoke about my business. She would ask me, but I would never speak about it or tell her about you have to do this or what. I'm there to have my lashes done and rest, okay? And she was so scared. She told me the one morning she wanted to get started because she just had a baby. But she was so scared. She's fine with showing her face and stuff online, but doing the business, she doesn't know, right? She started with it. She had the courage to start. And the moment she started, a couple of days in, she said to me, oh, Lizelle, I don't know if this is for me. I'm stressing. I'm so on my nerves. I don't know if I'm doing it right, blah, blah. She entered into the magnetic sales formula and she has sales. She's made $2,400 now since this post has been made. And this post was 9 days ago. She says, ding, ding, ding. Monday morning looked a whole lot different because of a few things I've changed thanks to magnetic sales formula, right? Tanya had 23 leads in one day this week. That's her highest, she says. Definitely her highest in months. Trudy had her first sell, or not a first, well, this was her win, a $300 sell, right? I can't see my thing here now. Hang on. So you can just see it speaks for itself. And we are just in live mode now. This program is going to be hosted in another platform once the live 6 weeks are gone, okay? So if this is you, you're showing up, but it's not converting. You doubt yourself every time you post. You're scared of being judged or failing. Or maybe you've been doing every single thing that you know how, but you're this close to giving up. If that is you, I want to let you know you need to join Magnetic Sales Formula if this is pulling at your heartstring right now. This is a beginner-friendly system. It's going to give you confidence, clarity, and content. We give you people, okay? It's a people thing. It's not a system thing. It's getting out of your own way, helping you removing those limiting beliefs that you've been holding on to. Here's what you're going to get. Live training, which is priceless. Content support, right? We do weekly coaching. You're going to be part of the weekly coaching, which is a $97 month that you're going to get for free, okay? While we're doing the live round. We've already had 2 sessions. The next one is Thursday. We are doing 6 weeks of the live round. The weekly coaching on a Monday, we're going to get on a call. We do content audits. We check where your content is. You submit your figures. We see where the issue is, okay? And you get the secret sales weapon, which you're going to have for life, which is going to create your content for you, which is amazing. Just the value of that, and someone has doodled on my screen I saw earlier. So thank you for the colors. It's beautiful. The total value is just over $2,000 if you have to go and do this somewhere else, right? But the live round is going to cost you $187. And you become an affiliate. You get 70% affiliate commission. And we've already had people now, during the first week already, making sales on their affiliate commission. Because I know that there's a lot of people that has been struggling and that need this. And you have a story to tell. I didn't create this course to dump something on you. I created it because I know that people are struggling out there. And I know that I can help them, right? So if you're interested, you need to get your link from the person that invited you here, okay? And come and join us Thursday. Thursday evening, 7 p.m. South African time. The modules are recorded. You can still catch up. Thursday, we're going to have our third one, I think it is. And like I said, we delve deep, okay? There's always emotions going on in the background because you grow as a person. You grow, and as you grow, you become that magnet for sales. All right, that is a mouthful. Let me see. Let me check the time over here if we've got time for Q&A. All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Do we have any questions? Any questions? Just raise your hand. You can just toggle on the bar, click on raise hand at the bottom here. There we go. Barbara.
Hi, good afternoon. Almost said good morning. It's been a day. Can you
Hello.
hear me okay?
Yes, perfect.
I have a headset in. Okay. Okay. My question to you is, um, so I love everything about this, and Larushka invited me in here, and I'm going to be purchasing this because I too am a coach, and I feel like this not only is going to help me, I did really well in the beginning, but it's not only going to help me, but it's going to help them when I do my coaching. So this is huge. My question
Oh, that's
is the
cool.
emails. I know I'm excited because I love learning from others because isn't that what we do, right? I feel like every coach
Absolutely.
needs a coach, mentor needs a mentor, trainer needs a trainer. My question is, since we switched over to the 2.0, are your emails converting? And I guess I want to make sure that I'm on point with my emails because I feel like, well, anyway, I'm going to have you answer that question, how you feel about the
Okay.
emails.
So when we switched over to 2.0, I already had my emails. So I don't use 2.0 emails because I have my own and I
Okay.
know that converts for me. My best recommendation would be I did open up a new funnel for my webinar replays. So I'm testing those emails through the funnel. But my best recommendation is to change your emails anyway to suit you. You can literally type into ChatGPT your entire
Yeah.
profile, your customer avatar, and one by one email, it's going to take some time, but one by one email, put it in and say to change it to the way you speak and what you want to say. And it will change it up for you.
Yeah. I had my other ones like that. And then I thought with these new ones that I guess that before I changed anything, but I also have another bot that is specifically for digital marketers. So I'm going to go into that one
Mm.
and have that change. So I was just wondering if you kept the original ones or if you have your own. So thank you for that. I will go in and do my own.
All right. Oh,
Thank
good.
you.
Pleasure.
This is
All
awesome.
right.
I love it. I'm so inspired.
Oh, awesome. What coach are you? Also in online business?
What's that?
What coach are you? Also in online business?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep. I'm a
yay.
I'm a certified holistic health coach, a certified life coach, a certified master organizer, and I've been
Oh,
in digital
yay.
marketing since August of 23, and I've done really well. I feel like I've been talking to God a lot about this because to me it's not about the sales, it's about helping women find their God-given talent and turn it into a
Mm.
passion. But you have to start with a program like this, and I love what Michelle has created for us. So so now taking the knowledge that I have from there, and I feel like I'm pivoting a little bit more into the coaching side to make money
Oh,
online. And with
mm.
that pivot, I think is really where I belong.
Yes. So sorry, you cut off your sound. You're pivoting to the health coaching.
Not health.
Oh, but
I don't.
online
I'm
business.
getting away just business and teaching
Oh,
how to make money online. Yep.
okay. Awesome.
But
I'm so
yeah, I
excited
love
to
it.
welcome you in, Barbara. I
Thank
can see
you.
a collab happening here. That's so awesome. See,
Thank
but this
you.
is what I'm talking about. This is what I love. I always really believe with my entire heart that people that are meant to be together and being in the same surroundings are meant there for a reason. We all have a different path. We all have something to give to this world. That's what I believe. So that is so cool. All
Agreed.
right. Okay. So who else has a question? I see Petuna has a question here. She says the $97 coaching. When you purchase the magnetic sales formula, you're gonna get the live coaching, yes, for free for the live round. We've got, is it 3 weeks left? 4 weeks left. Thursday will be the third, and then we've got another 3 weeks left. You'll have free access to that coaching, so you can have a taste of what that is like. You also get 50% affiliate commission on the coaching. So just get 2 people in and your monthly subscription is paid for. Plus you can build a recurring income stream with that because you're going to love the coaching. All right. Any more questions? You can just put your hand up or just at the bottom here, just click on. Yay, Petunia, you're joining. Awesome, awesome. Excited. I'm in love with your bot. Yay, Dandy. I love it. We all love her. She's a she, by the way. She's called your secret sales weapon. You'll see she's dressed very nicely. All right, awesome. Petunia.
Lizelle, I am so excited.
Yeah.
I've been waiting. Lizelle, I am joining this coming Friday. I told you I'm going to sell my shoes, right? I
Oh,
am
I love that.
joining
That's
this
so
Friday.
awesome.
I cannot miss out on this at all.
Oh, I'm so happy. Cannot wait to welcome you in, Petunia. Cannot
Thank
wait.
you so much. Thank you so much.
It's such a pleasure. So
Thank
I'm
you.
so excited to be sharing the success with you guys, hearing you when your sales are coming in and seeing you being successful. Like I said to you, we go deep inside the magnetic sales formula. And tomorrow is Thursday, right? Tomorrow's session is also going to be deep. So come prepared. And we have the Legacy Builder webinar tomorrow. So we've got a busy day tomorrow. Okay. I struggle with finding my target audience. Any tips? Because I don't get a lot of sales and it's my second month. You need to know who your perfect customer is. You saying you struggle with finding your target audience. You need to decide first who your audience is before you try and find them. You're not going to find them, you're going to attract them. And the way you do that is ask yourself, who do you want to help? Quickly, answer it. You need to make quick decisions. People that aren't successful or that stay stuck are mostly likely not making quick decisions. Don't overthink it. Think, who do you want to help? Is it someone that's in your situation right now, or someone maybe, or you've been there many months ago or many years ago? Help that person, right? People that are students, okay? What are students going through? What are you helping with? Are you helping them with extra pocket money? What are their pain points? Write it down. Write 5 pain points down of what are they going with. Keep on asking why. You know, why do students want money? If you're probably a student, then ask yourself why I want money. I want to make money so I don't have to ask my parents for money. Why? Because I feel guilty when I have to ask them, then I feel sorry. Why? Keep on asking yourself why until there's an emotional nerve, right, that you hit, and then you know you found your perfect customer because that's who you want to help. You see, this is the difference between people who know who they're talking to, because when you know what you're online for, who you're meant to serve, you know your purpose basically. That's where the confidence comes from. It's not from the cells. The cells elevate the confidence, yes. But when you know that you will do this if money wasn't even an issue, right? Then you know, and then you're going to become a magnet for success. Yeah. So, but we go into detail with that. Let me see. Do you think going live will help with sales? Absolutely, because when you go live, you connect with your audience. And what is the currency? Connection equals currency, right? You want connection equals cash flow. You want to connect with your customers. And that's also where your best content comes from, is if you go live, if you can go live. There's other ways that you can find out. If you're not hanging out in your stories, start going there. You have to post stories every single day, guys. Start there. 5 stories a day. Do it in the right order. You warm them up. Then you show the proof. Then you carry on. There's a 5-sequence story that the secret sales weapon has for you. Tell it in the great story. You can't just sell. Then you're going to repel people. You have to lead them to their decision to buy, right? Okay. So can you guys see what I mean? This is why you need to be in the magnetic cells. Because I feel inferior because I'm in the launch pad. Then I hear that I'm stuck. I think it's my blind spots. I have resentment. I need to get over. That's my blind spot. Oh, that's Barbara. I'm stuck in my course. I bought the 300 and I can't go on because my domain doesn't want to verify. I redid the steps, blah, blah. Why are you not on a tech call then? Remember, this is your business now. You can't wait for someone to come and help you. Go into the community right now. Ask about your domain so that someone can help you. There's a tech call every Monday in my community that Larushka runs, and then there's 2 tech calls in the global community. I don't want you to wait until your system is fixed for you to start making sales. This is why those that have bought from me, that are seeing the success so quickly, they didn't wait for their system to be set up before they started, eh? I have so many people ask me, okay, I just want to get my system set up. Don't wait until your system is set up. Go get it. Go do your content. Do what you're supposed to do so the sales can come in. Okay. And the other stuff is all mindset, guys. It's all mindset. Now, let me ask you this. If you've got a glimpse of what is keeping you stuck, and you can get rid of that stuckiness and can start making sales within this month, what is that worth to you? What is that worth to you? But let me ask you something further. What if you start with the magnetic sales formula and you start getting to work and getting rid of those limiting beliefs and unstucking those blocks? You start making sales. What is it worth to you to help 1,000 people also get unstuck? Ask yourself that. Because sometimes the money is always the issue, right? I spent $15,000 on a coach now. It's a lot of freaking money. But I know I need someone to show me my blind spots. I know I need someone to invest in me so that I can invest in others, right? See? So think about it that way. It's a whole different level of thinking. Let me tell you, if you are struggling financially, you will think completely different when you have millions in your bank account. It's not the same mindset. But you're not going to make the millions if you stay stuck in the lack mindset. There is no way you can get there. I'm telling you, there is no way you can get there. It's a mindset game. It's like an Olympic athlete. Or have you seen a boxer when they are these movies? The boxer is all talented and he knows and he's been winning and people's been jealous of him, and then all of a sudden his opponent, just before the big game, his opponent comes in, says something in his ear that hurts him, and all of a sudden he doesn't believe he can win the game or the boxing match or whatever. Have you seen those type of movies? Because that's the truth. That's how powerful your mindset is. That is what decides if you win or lose, right? That's what we work in, the magnetic sales formula, because it's just you getting in your own way, or you that are stubborn to see your blind spot, okay? And that's what we do. You'll see, I'm not someone that sugarcoats. I'd rather tell you something because I want to see your success than telling you, oh, you're doing great, if I can see you're not doing great. I'm not here to just tell you you're good just because I want some money from you. I want results from you. That's how you bless me, is by you having results. I had Nicola phone me again today. She's made so much money. She's now starting her own webinars, a lady that bought from me, that she didn't want to show her face. Her fiance is my customer that made his first South African million just over a month ago. She didn't want to show up online. She was too scared, although she saw his success. She keeps on phoning me to tell me thank you, but she did the work. That's my reward, is hearing that you are successful. Okay, so I'm going to have to say good night. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. There's going to be a replay. You'll get it from the person that invited you. If it was me, you'll get the replay from me, okay? And I'm so excited for those that are joining us. We are really not just starting something that you are going to make a lot of sales. We are, what's the word? Creating a movement. We are creating a movement, because that's maybe, what if maybe this is why the reason you've been struggling, because maybe this is the reason, or this is your breakthrough, because you went through it. Now you can help other people also get unstuck. Look at Sam. She's now helping other people that are scared to show up online. Look at Nicola. She's now helping people that are scared to show their face online. They are now helping. That's what bringing in their sales. Not the other stuff. What's bringing in their sales is they were too scared, not being successful, and now all of a sudden they are. That's what's bringing in the sales. Okay, thank you, everyone. You've been amazing. We will see you soon. Have an awesome evening.